Let me tell you, I have these two people indeed to give you the two dangerous people you must surely avoid. In life, there are some categories of people you need to avoid. And this video is going to be a confirmation, and it's not for everybody, because I believe there are people who are genuinely grateful. One of them is ungrateful people. Yes, if you want to move forward in life, and this is why I can't swear, but this is why I love my dad and my mom to the rest of my life. I don't know whether we don't have much, whether we don't have too much like that, we are not rich, but this this heart of being grateful is all that I genuinely love about my parents. This is not because I'm trying to say it, because my parents are not in social media. They don't even know whether I'm a social media world. I post video. They don't know. They will never see this video. Unless maybe my siblings, my cousins, they decide to show them this. But they don't use it. So if someone is thinking that he's trying to use this means to make his family proud or make his parents feel proud, no. I'm not saying this because they are going to watch this video. But I am deeply, deeply so grateful for having them. My parents are the kind of parents that every child will pray to have. You know, being grateful for what you have is one of the greatest things that will give you long life, that will make you excel, that will make you prosper. Just imagine people in your life, either in your past or right now, that are ungrateful. Look at how miserable their life look like. Not that there are people who are rich that are not grateful, but look at those ones who are also rich and see what they are going through. In God. If you have a brother, a sister, a sibling, a cousin who are indeed ungrateful, watch the way their life exactly look like. This is not about to brag for nothing. Just look at the way their life look like. If they are growing, drop it in that comment section. No, they will always be where they are the day you know them. It does not matter whether they are in the what in heaven. They will always be where they are. People who are ungrateful, people who don't appreciate, people who don't thank others. There are some people that you will do good for. I can remember one of my friend who give me money then. So anytime I see this guy, I say, brother, you helped me a lot that day. God blessed you. He said, Samson, why you keep repeating this? I say, you don't understand. There is nothing so lovely that what you don't have within yourself, another person give it to you. You don't know how I feel right now. You don't know how I feel when you rescued me out of that difficult time. You have seen, because the moment you start to be grateful, it's not only that God is going to bless you more. No, it's the fact that nature is going to bless you. People think the reason why Joseph become a chief in the Egypt is because of the fact that God is with him. No, it's because of the fact that despite of everything that Joseph go through, the betrayed, there was not a record that he complained. He was always grateful. Look at David. Despite of everything that David saw that King Saul was doing to take his life, David never in his life complained or tried to kill King Saul, despite he was talented by the Spirit of God. You know what I'm saying? He said, how will I hurt someone that God have anointed? Meaning that he is grateful that God anointed him. What about Esther? Just imagine, look around your circle. You know what I'm saying? Look around your circle. Those people who are ungrateful. I mean, those categories of people who are ungrateful. There could be your siblings, there could be your brothers, there could be your sisters, there could be your own parents. Look at their life particularly. I can remember a man that I was living so close to those years. So this man, anything that they do for him, he always said, is it because of this small thing you do for me? Do you know what it take that? Like someone will work 8 hours, 7 hours of their life and give you 2 hours of their ending, or that are 9 hours, because there are some people who will definitely work like 9 hours a day. They will collect that money and give it to you. And some people will say, this small thing, this small thing, you're supposed to do more better, you're supposed to do bigger than this. You got what I'm saying? So look at those people that are ungrateful. Look at how their life is. That is why you have to avoid them by all means. That is why you have to run away if truly you want. You have to hold your sandal while running. Hold it while running. Don't look back. Be like, the son of what? Lot. Run like the family of Lot. Don't look back. Another one is people who are always indeed thinking that where they are is never enough. When you have those people who are saying, this place we are, this is where we're supposed not to be, like people who blame others for their inability to grow. People who blame others because you have 24 hours, I have 24 hours. That means I'm not better than you. It is how you use your own time matters whom you become. If you have those people who always complain that my brother is a witch, my sister is a witch, this person is a witch, mark them and run away. I can remember a young man. This man is dead now. So those days, there was a young man that we do used to live with. So in where I do used to live. So this man, they used to call one old woman like that a witch. So there was a time that I was with some of my warrior. We have all night that day. So there was something that they do used to drop in our compound. I look at this thing for 4 days. I said, this thing is not normal here. So I have to pray as a prayer warrior. Then I take a King James, those little, that small Bible, only New Testament, and I open it, I put it on the ground there, I pray, I go to the all night. When I come back around 4 or 3, something like that, I still pray, I go to sleep. I decide to go and sleep. Between that 4 to 5 o'clock, guess what? I saw this young man coming like a what? How I call it? A vulture, a big vulture. As he was landing, at the moment he landed, he turned to a woman. And I look at him, I raise my hand like this, I take a sword, I start to pursue him. The next day in the morning, I asked him, how are you doing? How was your journey yesterday? He was astonished and confused. That was the day he stopped responding to my greeting. Why? Because God has exposed them. So the moment you see people who are always blaming others because they are not growing, calling people witches and wizards, mark them, they are not innocent. Run away from them so that they will not end up affecting you with their negative energy. These people don't grow. They don't grow. They don't excel. And they mostly die young. I have seen them 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have some of them even in my family. Even in my own family, in my mother's side, I have them a lot. They don't live long. They don't live long. Sorry to say this, they don't live long. So avoid them. Avoid those people who always blame people. When we talk about ungrateful, people who are indeed unsatisfied, run away from them as if you are holding your life. Run away from them. Because these people are not only going to affect you negatively mentally. They are going to make you feel like people around you, your brothers, your sisters, are the cost why you are not excelling. Mostly when they figured out that one of them, one of their friends, their relatives, their cousins, their co-workers, when they figure out that this person is doing better, they will try by all means to make you feel like you are the cost why they refuse to grow. So avoid them. Remain blessed.